A lot of people think economics is this huge, super complicated subject meant only for experts with big, fancy charts. But what if I told you we could break it all down to a single, fundamental problem, one that every single one of us deals with every single day? Well, that's what we're going to do. Let's dive in. It really all boils down to this one simple question. A question we've all asked probably since we were kids, right? Why can't I have everything I want? It sounds almost childish, but believe it or not, the answer to this is the key to understanding the entire field of economics. I mean, just look at this. It's a situation we've all been in. You've got a certain amount of money in your pocket, that's your resource, but your list of wants, oh, it's a mile long. You want a snack, you want to see that new movie, you want to buy that new game. You can't have it all. You are forced to choose. And that tension, right there, between what you have and what you want, well, that's the engine that makes the entire world of economics turn. And here's the thing. This isn't just your problem or my problem. Nope. It's a universal dilemma. It scales all the way up from you and me to massive companies and even entire countries. So if you remember one thing from this, let it be this. The core problem of economics is just scarcity. The fact that resources are limited. Our wants are basically infinite, but the stuff we have to get those wants, totally finite. And the whole field of economics is just humanity's big attempt to figure out how to manage that one simple, powerful fact. Okay, so now that we've got the problem locked down, we can finally define the field that's dedicated to trying to solve it. So what is economics really? Well, a really cool clue is hidden right inside the word itself. It actually comes from two old Greek words, oikos, which means household, and nomia, which means management. So literally, economics is household management. It's just the study of how we manage our collective home with the limited stuff we have. Putting it all together. That's what it is. Economics is simply the study of choice. It's the science of how we, as people, as companies, as governments, make decisions to deal with scarcity and try to get as close as we can to satisfying our endless wants. So how do economists actually study this problem of choice? Well, they basically have two different lenses they can look through, two main ways of seeing the world, the really small picture and the really big picture. So we can zoom way in and study the choices that you make or that one single business makes. That's called microeconomics. Or we can zoom way out and analyze the economy as a whole, looking at an entire country or even the whole globe. And that, you guessed it, is macroeconomics. Think of microeconomics as the per-unit study. It's asking questions like, what's the right price for this one product? Or how many workers should this one company hire? It's like looking at a single tree in great detail. Macroeconomics, on the other hand, is the aggregate study. It tackles the massive questions like poverty across the nation, unemployment rates, and a country's total income. It's not about one tree. It's about the health of the entire forest. All right, now let's quickly clear up something that confuses a lot of people, the difference between the idea of economics and the real-world place where it all goes down. Economics is the theory, right? It's the set of ideas, principles, and models. But an economy, now that's the real-world arena. It's a specific place, like the US economy or the Indian economy, where all these choices and transactions are actually happening. It's where the theory gets put into practice. Here is the absolute easiest way to remember it. Economics is the rulebook for a game. An economy is the actual game being played, right now, by all of us, every single day. So if every single society is facing this exact same problem of scarcity, how do they deal with it? Do they all solve it the same way? Well, no. Over time, different societies have come up with different systems for organizing all these choices. You can break them down into three big categories. On one side, you've got a capitalist economy. This is where private people and companies make most of the decisions. On the complete other side, you have a socialist economy, where the government is in the driver's seat, controlling resources and making the plans. But in reality, most countries today are somewhere in the middle. They're what we call a mixed economy, blending a bit of both. The big takeaway here is that it doesn't matter what system you're talking about. Each one is just a different strategy, a different set of rules for the game. They are all just different answers to that one same fundamental question. Given that we don't have enough of anything, how do we best manage what we've got? And that brings it all right back to you, doesn't it? From the tiny choice of which coffee to buy this morning to the huge ones, like the economic policies you vote for. Your life is constantly being shaped by these decisions made in the face of scarcity. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What choices are shaping your world?